Hey guys, Nut here. I just completed another FNAF fan game in one stream. I know, I'm the GOAT. And I want to give my thoughts and tips for anyone who might be interested in playing. This game is called FNAF The Drawn. First, the art style. Now, this is one of the most unique looking FNAF games I've ever seen. The 2D black and white paper drawings really reminds me of a Shadow of a Freddy's. Some of my viewers say that it reminds them of Bendy and the Ink Machine. Valid. Unfortunately, while the art style is cool to look at, I personally didn't find this game to be all that scary. I think the developer did the best he could with this kind of art style. Creepy, yes, but not scary. Personally, I just can't find paper drawings of animatronics traumatizing enough. This is subjective, of course. Next, the story. Most of the FNAF games I've played have a very simple and short story, and The Drawn is no different. I won't spoil too much, but it revolves around 3 characters, and one of them just wants to live. And finally, the gameplay. This is another classic FNAF mechanic. The player is stationary, and each animatronic requires a different way to be repelled until 6 AM. After beating so many FNAF games, I feel like that this style of gameplay is getting a bit repetitive. That said, I still had fun. And if you're a masochist like me, I mean a professional like me, you're gonna pick the modifier option. There's only 4 animatronics in this game. Bunny attacks from the left door, Chica attacks from the right. Use the flashlight to flash them 3 times to kick them. Foxy, like in the Joy of Creation, will play hide and seek with you on camera. You must find him as fast as you can and flash him 3 times. Freddy, on the other hand, is a bit unique. Now, here's where I have to give credit to the developer, because this really caught me off guard. Depending on what night you are on, Freddy's mechanics are completely different. Night 1, you can ignore him. Night 2, you need to camera stall him. Night 3, you need to restart the power. Night 4, you need to shut off the power and stay still. Night 5, you need to find him on cam and shut off the camera that he is on. And finally, Night 6, which is a combination of Night 3, 4, and 5. This whole game took me a little under 3.5 hours to beat. It's not the most difficult FNAF game I've played. In fact, my lack of understanding of the instructions was the reason that it took me so long. When Freddy reaches your office, he shuts off the power. Quickly press the button on. Press the lever. Press the lever! Okay, I gotta read the instruction again. Quickly press the button on. Which one of these is it? Which one is on? What? I don't get it! You mean the on button? Or the button on? I don't understand. English is not my first language. Oh, this is an entire sentence. I did not find any game-breaking bugs or glitches. However, I do find that the game needs a bit of rebalancing, specifically Foxy and Freddy. If those 2 attacks you at the same time, you're pretty much cooked. But overall, I really enjoy the gameplay. Now, this is where I will share some tips on how I beat this game. So for anyone who doesn't want to be spoiled, this is your first and only warning. Alright, for night 1, only Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy will be active. Instead of looking at the camera for Bonnie and Chica, just look at the hallways instead. If they appear, quickly smash the flashlight button 3 times. Also, you don't really need to flash them directly in their eyes, just the middle of the hallway will do the trick. You will also be alerted when Foxy leaves the cove, because the buttons on the camera will light up. He's not too hard to find, so go through the cameras one by one as quickly as you can, and when you do find him, quickly flash him 3 times. Now for night 2, the strategy is a little bit different because Freddy will be active. On this night, he will kill you if he reaches the office, so you need to camera stall him. Instead of looking at the 2 hallways, you need to look at their cameras. If you see Bonnie here, he will move to the storage room. Once he leaves the storage room, he will be in the left hallway. If you see Chica here, she will be in the right hallway, or in the kitchen right after. If you are unsure of their location, immediately look at the hallways before searching. The camera also flickers a bit when they move, so use that as a signal to check on the other cameras. Foxy's mechanic works the same as night 1. This night shouldn't be too hard. As long as you keep looking at Freddy while also maintaining the other 3, you should be good. In night 3, Freddy will kill the power when he reaches your office. It took me a while to figure out that you cannot camera stall him on this night. So when he inevitably turns off the lights, just turn around and hit this big round button. When the white light turns on, immediately press the big round button again. If you're too early or too late, the restart will reset. And if you're really late, Freddy will kill you. Keep in mind you cannot use the camera or the flashlight when your power is out. This night is actually quite easy because it's just night 1, except you need to turn the power back on. Night 4 is the same as night 3, except when Freddy arrives at your office, you need to turn off the power. If you turn the power off too late, or turn the power back on too early, or move when Freddy's in the office, you will die. Again, just like night 3, keep an eye on the left and the right hallways, and only look at the camera when Foxy requires you to. Now night 5 is where I think the game is at its most difficult. Freddy will be playing hide and seek with you like Foxy. When you hear his music box, immediately check which camera he is in. When you find the camera, you need to turn around and switch off the correct camera. If you don't, that camera will be disabled for the rest of the night. All while you need to keep Foxy, Chica, and Bonnie at bay. This is the night where I actually found my strategy. If Freddy or Foxy isn't active, just keep looking at the hallways. Only look at the cameras when you need to. On night 6, Freddy's attack is a mix-up of night 3, 4, and 5. The strategy is the same, only use the camera when Foxy leaves or Freddy's music is playing. Keep looking left and right to repel Chica and Bonnie. Don't look left and right too quickly because there's a chance you might miss Freddy if he decides to visit your office. There's a bit of RNG with this night as well as night 3 and 4, because if Foxy decides to attack while Freddy is in the office, it's pretty much a game over. The imbalance is more obvious in night 6 since everyone is more aggressive. However, you should be able to get through it with enough trial and error. Overall, I think FNAF The Drowned is a pretty good fan-made game. I can't imagine the amount of time and effort this art style took. And while the game didn't exactly traumatize me, and the small issues with the unbalancing difficulty, I can easily overlook those flaws by the amount of passion and effort poured into this game. Definitely recommend it. If you want to play it, the link is in the description. And if you want to hear more of my yapping, hit that like and subscribe button. Catch you guys next time.